everyone, and welcome to Mine Instance, episode 25, covering major crimes, season 3, episode 6, Jane Doe, number 38. This episode we had a young woman who was murdered, and we found out she was a Jane Doe. We never found out her name the entire episode, even at the end, when they had a little memorial service for her.
They called her Alice Herrera.
She kept telling people her name was Alice Herrera, so they called her Alice. She was found in a trash can. The dump truck came to pick up the trash. They did that, like this, in the trash. And the guy called the cops, obviously.
She popped out. She was like, hey guys, I'm right here.
The team comes, and we find out that she was actually homeless because the address she gave was a fake address, and the woman there didn't know who she was or anything like that. They find out she was living in a tent behind this house that she said she was living in. And there was another girl who lived in the same little tent area, because it was like, there was a few tents in there.
A vacant lot.
And her name was Bug. And Bug was a little tweaked out on something. We never found out what. She was also a runaway homeless teen. And there was like this guy who was also homeless. His name was Slider, who was like kind of the bully on the block. And if he didn't get his way, he really went after these girls. And he went after Bug. He ended up shooting her when they were going to take her in to question her. And he's the one that killed Alice. On the personal front, Bill Clinton was in this episode.
Yes, it was so great to see him.
He was so good. Actually, it was Jack Raydor. Tom Berenger, who is always fantastic as Jack Raydor. We love to hate Jack, but we also hate to love him. And we do, because I like their camaraderie between him and Sharon.
This episode was amazing.
Sharon gave Jack 2 papers. And she said, you have the option to either adopt Rusty with me or to divorce me. Jack tried to throw in her face that he would get half of her pension, and her salary, her savings, and blah, blah, blah.
Because it's California.
She's like, okay, but wait, you owe me all this back child support, so not really.
And how do you think the court would feel about child abandonment?
I know. We keep finding out little bits about their marriage and where it went. We also found out her daughter's name this episode, Emily Raydor.
Most common name in the 80s and 90s.
One of them, yeah. It's up there.
It's on the top of the list. It's like in the top 5.
Yes. So we have Emily Raydor, the ballet dancer, and Ricky Raydor, who I think they said works an IT something.
Don't hold her on that.
No, he does. Works in IT. He made software or something. Spoilers, though. Sharon had told Jack that I haven't told Rusty yet, and I wanted to see how this was going to go with you before I said anything to her. And Jack, in the hallway, he sees Rusty and tells him, hey, have you ever thought about an internship at a law firm? Fine, okay. We're all going, don't do it, Rusty. Don't do it. Jack tells Rusty, well, we're thinking about adopting you. And Sharon's like, so pissed off. And Rusty gets back home.
Now I am divorcing him.
She goes, oh, now it's a sealed deal. I'm divorcing him. We had so much Rusty and Sharon this episode, and I loved it. We saw a lot into that motherhood role with Sharon this episode.
He seemed kind of shocked that she considers him like one of her kids.
He did. Like, I think he did, but he didn't.
Because he's never had that. So I guess he's just kind of like taken aback about it.
Yeah. I was just glad with the amount we had of everything this episode. Because this case was really affecting all of them. Especially Sharon, who was like, this could have been Rusty. That was her thought process the entire time. What did we like about this episode?
I probably know what you're going to say. Because I took by that look on your face.
What did we like about this episode, Shash?
I liked, well, of course, Jack Raydor is always a good time.
Always. I just enjoyed
the moments between Jack and Sharon, then Sharon and Rusty, and the case, and
we had a lot of everything we love about
everything about this episode was practically perfect in every way.
Much like myself. I loved that Provenza was the one to see the papers on her desk and said something to Andy. Like the entire time they kept making eyes with one another. Andy was winking at Sharon, and then when they went to the memorial at the little chapel, like I don't know if it was at a like courthouse
maybe
or something,
have a chapel there
or there maybe
the building.
For that exact reason. She kept like nudging
she nudged him once.
There was nothing wrong about this episode.
No, Hobbs was back.
Hobbs was there. Morales was there. Numerous times.
Sanchez had more lines than usual.
More than one line.
It was
Everybody
perfect.
looked fantastic. Amy looked fantastic. That bright pink shirt that she was wearing. Looked amazing on her. You go, girl.
I love the colors they put her in.
Amy? Yeah, they've been really dressing her up very, very well this episode. Or this season, really.
Got Raydor in some
Raydor looked fabulous. I love her in that blue, that bright blue.
I liked her in the purple. And the bright blue. Too.
She can rock some purple. What did we not like about this episode? That Jack told Rusty?
That Jack's kind of being a douchebag about the entire thing. Like, you're getting off easy, dude. Like, she could have taken your ass to court years ago.
She could have, but I understand his apprehension behind it, because not only is she going to be responsible for him, and like Sharon does what Sharon wants to do, and she's had this ring because of whatever, but now he's going to be responsible if something happens.
That's why she said, you can either help me adopt Rusty, or you can divorce me so I can
pay
adopt
all this
Rusty.
Back child support. Yeah, you owe me.
Child support.
I'm Sean Connery. I want to know so much more about their marriage, because
hopefully we'll hear more about that when he's back in a later
Ricky
episode.
comes back, and I think I'm pretty sure he's supposed to be coming back again soon, if not in the episode with Ricky Raydor.
I think it's episode 8 that they come back. 8 or 9.
What are we rating this episode?
10?
10 sparkly fingers.
There's nothing sparkly about
here. 10, because not only was it well written, not only was the plot well conceived, we had an even amount of plot and personal issues, and I think that is where their strong suit comes in.
There was a good balance,
and we had just enough of Sharon and Rusty, because we have hardly had any this season. Bits and pieces, but we love this much Rusty and Raydor. We love seeing that aspect of, especially Raydor. Yeah, especially Raydor being that motherly role. Having that motherly role, and we don't see that nearly enough with her.
No.
Because she's starting to get fed up. In general. She's starting to get fed up with the justice system. She's getting fed up with how people are getting away with things, and how just getting fed up. Jack.
All around pissed about everything.
Oh my god, it's so great to see this aspect of her character. Mary McDonnell does it beautifully.
Yes.
You are so awesome. I don't know how we didn't get nominated for any awards. What are we predicting for next episode? We did see the previews.
Someone gets shot.
I think it might be Fritz. Though we've done this before. We've done this in another episode. Somebody got shot. I only say Fritz because the voiceover was Malcolm Jamal Warner, so you could hear it.
And he was kind of going like, in the preview, so.
Yeah, we get that really cool possible spin-off episode next episode called Two Options is what next episode is called, and we get to see the SOB it's called. They really go far with these names. That's what their department's called. Malcolm Jamal Warner's department.
Yes.
I enjoy him a lot, not just because he's hot, but because I like the character.
But because he's hot.
I also like him and Amy together a lot.
Yes.
Laurie Holden's going to be in this next one. So Laurie Holden, Malcolm Jamal Warner, John Tenney's back. We get to see that whole threesome come in and cause a ruckus.
Wait, what is Laurie Holden there? Is she on the
She's
possible
another cop.
spin-off?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
She's got the two choices. They'll either do it or they won't.
Exactly. That's what I think we'll get a nice idea of what this show could possibly be if they go through with it. I'm excited. It probably maybe
FBI agents.
We don't want to be too descriptive here.
Question last week was, were you let down that an Indian family was chosen because it's so stereotypical over another nationality?
Like I was. She didn't really. Rochelle Chua.
I hope. Maybe.
Maybe. Is that your...
Sorry.
I'm not sure if that's you.
Can't even pronounce her own last name.
I forget my birthday sometimes.
It's tomorrow, by the way.
My birthday is tomorrow, guys. Rochelle Chua,
Thank you.
are the winner. Great job. Thank you for your comment. It was really, really great. If you want to see it, go look at it. At least we picked somebody right. Don't forget, the more you comment, the better it is.
On this one.
Yes, thank you. But remember, the more you comment, the more we're able to see that you have commented, and you get thrown into that hat for shut up with your face. You get thrown into the fizz. We'll put your name in a fizz, and we'll pull one out.
And she'll wear a bow tie while she's doing so.
The question that you get to answer down there for this time around was, do you think Jack is going to accept a divorce, or do you think he's going to accept the adoption?
Good job.
Thank you.
It was a good one.
I want to know that. I want to know what you guys think, because we've read a lot of fan fiction that... I've written a lot of fan fiction that covers this, but we have seen this a lot, and we want to know, which do you think he would take? Would he pay Raydor that back whatever and stuff, or would he say, okay, Rusty, fine, I'll take you in? Because he's been okay with Rusty, but I understand where he's coming from.
But I feel like he's going to use Rusty if he agrees to go through with this adoption with Raydor.
That's also a thing that could happen. Next week, we got Major Crimes Season 3, Episode 7, titled 2 Options. It might... I don't know if it would have something to do with the 2 options that Jack was given this episode. I'm wondering if it's going to relate to that, or if it's going to be something
well, they didn't show his face, so maybe he's not back next week. Maybe it's Rusty's 2 options.
Maybe.
To get adopted, or not to get adopted. He's got to think about everything, like... He is going to be 18, so...
Sharon explained to him why this would be an issue. Yeah. Because...
And he said he had never thought of it like that. Because she was like, but now we're basically roommates.
I'll be here. I'll be another year older then. With my Medicare card, I'll be here. And bells on my heels and whistles up my ears. And,
what?
Yeah.
Okay, you're turning 26.
I know.
It's not that old.
I'm going to start looking to assisted living.
Where are you going with this?
No fucking idea. That made me look like I had a really little nose. So there's the case. See?
Good
I did
job.
get through it. Thank you.
Don't do it, Rusty. Don't look into the lights.
Doesn't matter, Shash. She nudged him.
Singular.
Sensation. Every little step she takes. We have done that exact bit before.
Wow. That was something. I don't know what it was, but it was something.
Thank you. I did that for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anytime.
I'm so honored.
You should be.
TNT shows. Even though they have 2 of the top-rated like cable shows.
Just saying.
What the hell?
Bullshit.